Everyone, today I'm going to walk you through how to complete a note using the new SETWorks electronic health record software. So first thing you want to do is open Google Chrome. So that is this circle logo. It's either in your taskbar here at the bottom, or there is a shortcut icon on your desktop screen. It will have the same logo, but it might be bigger and somewhere up here instead. Open this. It should take you to the Okta login page. If it doesn't for some reason, all you need to do is type in rhd.okta, which is okta.com, and it'll take you here. You're going to sign in with your username and password that was on the orange sticky note on your computer. So that is your first name dot last name at rhd.org. If you have a hyphenated last name, your username includes your hyphenated last name. The password is going to be on your orange sticky note. If for whatever reason your password isn't working, you're going to have to call the IT service desk, which the number can be found in the cheat sheet packet that you were provided, and give them a call. They can reset your password and get you signed back in. So once your stuff is entered, click sign in. And this will take you to what is called your RHD Okta homepage. So you probably don't have as many chiclets as I do, but essentially your screen will look like this. SETWorks, I have moved it to the first one since it's the most used chiclet on my page. But if yours isn't here, you may need to scroll down and it may be somewhere down here. If you want to move it, all you need to do is click and drag and you can move these things wherever. So we're going to click the SETWorks, and this is the only way you can get into SETWorks. If you Google SETWorks and try to log in that way, it will not let you in. This is the only way that it is encrypted, which means it is protected for privacy. So this is the only way you can get into it. So let's click this SETWorks chiclet. And this should take you right to the home screen. There should be no need to log in again. If it takes you to a screen where you need to log in, please let me know immediately. This is a issue with SETWorks itself, not something with RHD or not something our IT department can fix. So we would need to reach out to SETWorks directly to have something with your account refreshed. So please let me know if you don't go automatically to the screen from clicking your chiclet. Okay. Important things to notice while you're in here. So this is your main screen. For those of you who are coming in on Saturday or Sunday to complete your notes all at once, you'll probably see that your calendar down here is blank. What you're going to need to do is come over here and click these arrows. If you click the one furthest to the left, it's going to take you back a whole week. And then you'll notice all of the things that we have pre-filled for you will be there. Okay. Just something to note with the color of these. Now I have done some for the purpose of this example to show you, but anything that is not done will be yellow. So yellow indicates a service note appointment, which you will need to convert and complete. If you have a note that is green but has this red box that says NS, that means you have converted the note already. You may have pre-filled some information into it, but you have not signed. So that NS stands for not signed. Okay. Any box that is completely green, there's no red on it at all. Those are your completely finished notes, and that will tell the program specialist you are done. They can review it, they can sign off on it, and we can send it to our billing team. So the goal is by Sunday at noon to have every box on your calendar that is assigned to you to be this green fill, no red NSs, no yellows. So that's the goal. Okay, something else to point out on your home screen is this message center up here. You'll see it here. If you have a message, it'll pop up in bold like this. or your new message read will have a number in front of it. Okay. To see that, or the purpose of this is if there is an issue with a note that you completed, your program specialist will review it and they will put what's called a QA comment on it to let you know what needs to be corrected. So if you see something like this, all you need to do is click it and it will open up the message center. In here, it will tell you, whoops, right here, what needs to be changed. So for this note, it says there is missing goal information. Okay, so then if I just click this open record button, it will link me right to the note where there is an issue. And you can see here, it says the goal section is incomplete. So I would toggle down to my goals and I see I missed this one right here and I would know to complete it. Okay, so to get out of that, all you need to do is click your home here and it will take you right back to the SETWorks homepage. And you'll see my message disappeared. But if you need to go back to it at any point, you can click view all messages and it'll open your inbox right there. Okay. But for the bulk of your responsibilities in here will be within this section here. So if you care for 2 life-sharing individuals, each block will have 2 columns in it. One person will just have 1. So to complete a note that is yellow, first thing you need to do is hover over it. So I put my mouser over it. I'm going to click with the right side of the mouse. So do a right click and then a regular click on convert to service note. If you are using your trackpad on your laptop, the right click is the lower right corner if you push it. And a regular click is just to push down anywhere else but the lower right. Okay, so we're going to convert. It should bring you to a screen that looks like this. If you, by accident, regular click, it will bring you to a screen that includes a calendar. This is not where you need to be. So just close out, go back and right click, convert. So this is one of the most important parts. You have this gray column here with a whole bunch of information on it. Please do not touch that. That is the terms for the billing and the authorization codes as to what we're billing the ISP. All of this will be pre-filled by your program specialist. So just let it go. All you need to do here is click this blue convert appointment button. And you will now be able to enter your service note. So from here, a couple things to notice. You'll have these 2 red incompletes. You'll have a blue refresh button and you'll have a black arrow. So these black arrows are going to be your friend moving forward. So we're going to click on the first one. And this is going to bring you into the additional comment section, which is going to be where you type in the information that's needed. So on your cheat sheet, you should have a list of things to include if they're applicable. Things like the number of hours they attended deprogram, the number of hours they were at employment, alone time, visits with family, times they left, times they returned, if they had any medical appointments, if they had any behaviors of concern, and you can just throw in a brief summary of their day. So it could be Stanley went to program 9 to 2 p.m. used 4 hours of alone time, had a eye doctor appointment, got new glasses, took the dog for a walk, ate pizza for dinner, LSP helped with evening medials. Great day. Simple. Okay. This is going to be the context, though, the most important things of the drop downs that you're previously used to in your notes. So hours at day program, hours of alone time used, and hours of employment are super important to type in here so your program specialist knows. And then please make sure you click save comment, because if you do not save your comment, it will erase and you will have to do it over again. So save comment. You can tell it's saved because it will appear here. If there's anything in here you need to edit, you can click edit comment. Okay. We'll scroll down to the next arrow. This is additional supports. So you're going to click the drop down and there are 4 questions. Check them if they apply. The only thing, if this individual is self-medicating, you would not click that you administered their medications for them. So we'll say Stanley is self-medicating. I don't need to click that. Once I selected what I selected, I'm going to click the arrow again to bring it up, and this will turn to saved. There's no save button here, but you'll just want to look for the saved notification that comes across. Okay. You can click these arrows again to bring them closed, so your screen's a little bit cleaner to work with. The next one is clinical events. This is my favorite. We're not doing it at all. Completely ignore it, skip it, don't worry about it. So we'll go down to outcomes. So depending on how many goals your individual has will depend on the number of goal prompts that you have in here. Stanley has 2. Some people only have 1. Some people have 3. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to click the add goal comment. Let's pretend this one was not addressed. So I know everybody has different frequencies with which they work on their goal. Most of them are not every day. So if it's a day where they did not work on it, you're going to click not addressed. Intervention keys, which is essentially they mean prompts. If it was not addressed, it's not applicable. And in this box here, you can just put an A. Most important, you're going to need to save, otherwise it will erase and you'll have to go back to it. And you'll see it down here. Now, something that frequently confuses people is it pops up another add goal comment. This will add it to the same goal. So we want to move on to the next goal. So just make sure you're scrolling down and clicking the add goal comment under the second goal. Okay, so let's say Stanley worked on his independence. So in the assessment keys, we're going to select progress made. If you're selecting progress made, you have to have at least one of these intervention or prompt keys needs to be at least 1 or greater. So let's say Stanley was independent with us. So we're going to click this up arrow, make independent 1, and then we can write Stanley microwaved his dinner independently. Fantastic. Save your comment, otherwise it will delete it. And we should be good there. Okay. The last section is your plan question. So we'll click this arrow. So there are 4 questions that are marked with this red star. These are required, although the entire plan question section is not really geared toward life sharing. So we are going to answer all of these questions NA or no. Even if you think the individual did participate in a wellness activity, like went to the gym, went out for a walk, this whole section is not applicable to us right now. So we are just going to answer NA or no. The important thing, again, save your answer, otherwise it will erase. So we'll continue to scroll. If the question does not have a red star by it, ignore it completely. So the next one here said the individual participate in any community activities. Even if they did, we are going to say not applicable. Save your answer. Next question, the 2 at the bottom here. Did the individual display target behaviors? Again, Even if they did, we are saying not applicable or no. Save your answer. Any medical appointments. Again, if they had a medical appointment, please write that in your text box from the beginning. And that will cue your program specialist to go in and enter the medical appointment. But we're not asking life sharing providers to do that at this point. So we're going to answer no here. And always save your answer. Okay. Once you completed everything here, we're going to scroll all the way back to the top. Now, this is a step probably most are going to forget, but you're going to want to come back up here and look for this blue refresh button. Okay. We're going to click that. And if everything was answered correctly in the way that it needed to be, your 2 red incompletes are going to turn to complete. Okay. Let me show you what it looks like if you missed something. So let me go back to plan questions. I'm going to delete my answer here. I'm going to come back up and refresh. Now it's going to tell me that I am missing a plan question. So if you hit refresh and something comes up incomplete, then it'll just tell you where you need to go back to. In your cheat sheet packet, there is a list of troubleshooting steps. So this would apply to these situations. If you hit refresh and get an incomplete anywhere, it'll guide you how to go back and fix what you need to fix to get these complete. So we'll go back to our plan questions. We'll see, oops, I didn't answer this one, or I forgot to hit save. Gonna say not applicable. I'm gonna save it. Everything else was there. I'll hit that refresh again, and we're back to complete. Okay, so your note is done. At this point, this note was for 5/2. Today is 5/8, so I am able to sign it. If you are, let's say today you were doing the note for today, but it is not midnight yet, so we are not able to sign it. So you have to always sign your notes a day later, but you can go in and do everything I just did the same day. Unfortunately, we are unable to go in 2 days prior. So for the example, the note for tomorrow, I'm not able to put any information in until midnight tonight, which would then be tomorrow. But we are beyond the 2nd of May, so I can come up here to this select a role to sign as. I have 2 permissions in here, but you should have staff, so that's what you're going to click. And then you're going to click sign and close, and it will bring up your PIN number. So your PIN number should be the 4-digit number that is on the keyboard of your computer. It's just the 4-digit one, not the longer one. And it should be your unit number unless it was changed to something else. So you're going to enter your PIN number, click submit, and it should take you back to the home screen, and you'll notice this turned green, which means my note is good and ready for program specialist to review. Okay. If you did notes prior and it is now past midnight on the day you did them, so this was done for the 1st of May, it's beyond the 1st of May, I can regular click this to open it. So I don't have 2 complete, so I have 1 incomplete, which means I need to go to the goal section. So let's go to outcomes. We did this one, we missed this one. So we'll say he didn't address this, not applicable. NA, we're going to save. Let's come back up, refresh. I now have 2 completes. I can sign, enter my PIN. Done. So now my NS went away and I have a green. If we check this one, let me just undo a question so I can show you. So if I try to sign a note that still has incompletes, um, I'll click sign and close. I can enter my PIN, but it's going to give you this error pop-up window. It says the record was not signed because the record is not complete. If you get that, that means there's something missing in your note and it won't let you sign it until everything's complete. So you'll just have to go back and double check what is missing, and go from there. Okay. We will work through it together and make the best of it. So thank you so much.